Hello and welcome to another mod showcase. Today I'll be doing a subscriber request which just so happens to be an Enaision mod, keeping to current form. I'll be taking a look at Growl Werebests of Skyrim. Growl is a vanilla plus take on the Werebeast system. It adds in scaling of strength for more playability in every stage of the game. It achieves this by making changes to the perk tree, adding in abilities, passive effects and general quality of life tweaks. Growl gives us multiple ways to become the beast. Be it a chance encounter with newly spawning enemies, a new alchemical ingredient called Werebeast blood, or simply following the companion's questline. It's worth noting the term Werebeast is very intentional. Werewolves are still available, but we also have the option of Werebear now. Generally speaking, I've seen no differences between the two other than looks, but the option is there for you to choose. Cooler still is the ability to share your beastly gift with a follower, allowing them to change form in combat, which will be a great addition for roleplaying. In that vein, we also have to watch out for hunters now. They'll be alerted if you're seen turning, or if you feed in an outside space. The more you do this, the more likely you are to be found, and the more times you wipe the hunting party, the bigger it will get. There is, however, a perk to lower the likelihood of these hunting parties. The perk tree's been entirely reworked in fact. There are now 19 perks, up from 8 in the base game. These include boosts to stats such as strength, stamina, speed and health, even a new way to restore the health by feeding. My favourite perk is Totem of Ice Brotherhood, which calls in extra assistance from wolves or bears, on occasion even werewolves or werebears, depending on which one you chose. But I also love the perks which affect the human form as well, such as extra movement speed or increases to health and stamina regeneration. The perk tree changes are huge, so I will as always leave a link in the description for you to check them all out. In the mod author's words, Hircine's gift inflicted upon mankind is known as the Beast Blood. It is not only a strength, but also a curse. This is in relation to the ability Beast Blood, which grants full immunity to disease and poison, but also a 25% weakness to fire and a 20% weakness to silver, something I felt was lacking in the base game. Growl also gives us an ability based on our starting race. I, for example, chose to be a Nord, which means I gain Varga. This gives me a 20% boost in attack damage for 30 seconds after feeding. Each race has a different ability, meaning choices matter, something I see as a staple of Enaision mods and the reason I'm such a fan. Whilst in beast form we gain a whole host of effects to improve our experience. Extra carry weight, no full damage, increased attack, defense and magic resistance based upon level. More base health as well as our magicka, which is unusable as a beast, being moved on to our stamina, which couples with a huge stamina regeneration of 20% of maximum per second. But the most useful and overlooked in the base game is access to recovery. We can now gain health back in two ways. Simply fighting will cause 10 points of bleed damage which is returned to you as health. Once that fight is won, you can also feed on the corpse to not only restore 50 health, but also increase the Werebeast timer for 30 seconds. As a side note, this is also how you get perk points. I'll end with quality of life, something so horrendously overlooked in the base game. First off, beast form isn't just a once a day gimmick with Growl. You can turn and revert form as much as you like with just a 90-second cooldown timer. However, the need for this is lessened as in beast form we can now loot and activate objects, which is necessary if alone in a dungeon. In the base game, power moves on the wolf had a cooldown, meaning you could only really bash them across the floor one time. Now we can smack our foes around to our heart's content, with damage that is scaled to our beast and human form. What I mean by this is, whatever your highest weapon skill is, now correlates to damage dealt as a beast. The same goes for highest armor skill, giving us more defense. But even more handy than this is when using beast form, you now train those two features up with every move you make. There are so many changes and so much information still available on this mod, I do suggest you go and check out the Nexus page for a full list of those. However, one important thing to note is the size of this mod, which is genuinely only 705 kilobytes. I would happily use more of my allotted space for this mod. I wouldn't have complained at 50 megabytes, it is that much better than vanilla. We can only hope Enaision is working for Bethesda on Elder Scrolls 6, that's all I can really say. And on that, I'm going to end this video and start a fight with the Silver Hand. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, I do as always appreciate those likes and subscriptions. Do as always let me know what you want to see next as well. Either way, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.